All right, so getting ready for a veterinary nurse interview can be a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah, for sure.
But luckily, we've got some awesome resources from RoleCatcher to help you feel confident and prepared to totally wow those interviewers.
We're going to take a deep dive into their career guides and interview
Oh,
guides.
and we can't forget about their super cool AI tools.
Those are really game
They'll
changers.
break down those tricky interview questions and give you some awesome strategies to really make your answers shine.
Now, a lot of people think being a veterinary nurse is all about cuddling puppies all day.
Which, let's be honest, who wouldn't love that?
Right, but the RoleCatcher Career Guide shows it's a lot more than that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's a really dynamic field involving all sorts of things like high-tech equipment.
Wow, that's cool.
You're also going to be supporting animals who are undergoing treatment.
That's such an important part of it.
Absolutely. And of course, you'll be educating owners and making sure you stay up to date on all the latest advancements in animal health care.
So it's about being a crucial part of the team that gives amazing care to animals.
Exactly.
So let's dive right into some common interview questions, starting with, what inspired you to pursue a career as a veterinary nurse?
Okay, so this is your time to really showcase your passion for animal care.
Yeah, don't just say, I love animals.
Right. Everyone says that.
You got to dig a little deeper.
Exactly. Share a specific story that sparked your interest in this field.
Like maybe a childhood experience with a pet.
That's a good one. Or volunteering at a shelter.
Oh, or even witnessing how dedicated a veterinarian is to their work. Whatever it is, make it personal and connect it to what excites you about veterinary nursing.
You want to paint a picture of your journey and show the interviewer why you chose this path.
That makes a lot of sense. Building on that, they might also ask, what stands out to you about veterinary nursing?
Okay, so this is where you connect your strengths to the role.
I like that.
Are you drawn to the hands-on care?
That's definitely me.
Or maybe you're more into the problem-solving aspect? Oh, or maybe it's the client interaction.
There's so many different aspects.
Right, think about what makes you tick and how those skills align with this job. For example, if you're a great problem solver and love a fast-paced environment, you can talk about how you think on your feet and juggle multiple tasks.
Exactly. Show them what you're good at.
Now, another question that comes up a lot is, how do you handle a difficult or aggressive animal?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I bet it can be a little tricky.
But it's all about showcasing your knowledge of animal behavior and restraint techniques.
While always keeping safety in mind.
Always safety first, both for you and the animal.
So instead of simply saying, I'd restrain the animal, we need to go deeper, right?
Absolutely. You want to describe the specific techniques you've learned
Oh, that's smart.
and how you'd spot those early signs of stress or aggression.
Like, what are some signs to watch out for?
Well, there's body language like flattened ears or growling.
Okay, that makes sense.
You also want to talk about how you would calmly de-escalate the situation. Basically, show them you can handle a tough situation with both skill and compassion.
Right, you need both.
Okay, switching gears a bit, let's talk about a question that tests your technical knowledge. How do you ensure that animals receive appropriate nutrition and medication?
This is where you really show off your understanding of animal health.
Like being a nutrition detective for pets.
Exactly. Explain how you'd figure out what an animal needs based on things like their breed.
Oh, right, like if they're a puppy or a senior dog.
Exactly, and their medical condition and lifestyle, too.
It's all about personalized care.
And then you talk about how you'd create a tailored diet plan and give medications correctly based on what the vet says.
So you're showing them you're meticulous and really care about the details.
Right, and you can use RoleCatcher's AI tools to research the clinic and see if they specialize in certain diets or treatments.
Well, that's a great tip, because then you can tailor your answer to their specific approach.
Exactly, it shows you've done your research.
Okay, now let's tackle a question that can throw people off. What is your experience with surgical procedures and how do you prepare?
Be specific here.
Don't hold back.
Tell them about your experience from prepping the animal.
Okay, like shaving the surgical site?
Yeah, to assisting the vet during the procedure.
And even providing care after surgery.
The career guide outlines different stages of a vet nurse's career, so adjust your answer based on your experience level.
So if you're just starting out,
Focus on your eagerness to learn.
and your willingness to follow instructions.
If you're more experienced, highlight your skills and maybe even your role in training others.
All right, ready for a curveball?
Bring it on.
Let's talk about a question that focuses on your people skills. How do you handle a situation where a client is upset about their pet condition?
This one's all about balancing empathy with professionalism.
That's so important.
Remember, you're not just treating animals, you're supporting their humans too.
And those humans might be feeling anxious or even grieving.
It's about being there for them.
So how do we strike that balance?
First, you acknowledge their feelings.
Like saying, I understand this must be really hard.
Exactly. Then you actively listen to their concerns.
Really hear them out.
And then you explain the situation clearly and honestly.
No sugarcoating.
Right. But sometimes it's just about being a calming presence.
Offering a shoulder to cry on.
It's those human moments that make all the difference.
Speaking of human moments, another question is, how do you stay up to date on advancements in veterinary medicine?
Ooh, this shows you're committed to learning and growing.
Because the field is always changing.
Exactly. The career guide suggests joining professional organizations.
Like the British Veterinary Nursing Association.
Yes, or the American Veterinary Medical Association if you're in the U.S.
Okay, so networking and staying connected.
And attending conferences, workshops, webinars.
Wow, so many options.
Don't forget about independent research, too.
Like reading journals and articles.
And even listening to podcasts like this one.
You gotta plug yourself.
Keeping up with new treatments, technologies, even alternative therapies.
It shows you're passionate about giving the best care.
Absolutely.
All right, another question to tackle. Can you describe a difficult case you worked on and how you resolved it?
Oh, okay. Time for the STAR method.
I love the STAR method.
Situation, task, action, result.
It helps break things down.
Describe the situation, the task, the actions you took, and the positive outcome.
So you're highlighting your thought process, your initiative, and teamwork skills.
Show them you can think on your feet and find solutions in tough situations.
And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can be a lifesaver.
Oh, yeah. Their interview prep tool has tons of questions, including behavioral ones like this.
So it analyzes the job description.
Finds keywords and themes.
And even suggests potential follow-up questions.
You can practice your answers, record yourself, and get AI feedback.
Talk about a confidence boost.
Right.
All right, let's move on to a question about your leadership potential. How do you manage other veterinary staff members?
Okay, think about your leadership style.
Do you like to lead by example?
Or maybe you're more collaborative.
How do you communicate delegate tasks and give feedback?
The career guide emphasizes clear communication, setting realistic expectations, and providing constructive feedback.
But don't forget about celebrating successes, too.
Absolutely. A positive work environment is so important.
It helps everyone do their best work.
Okay, one more question. How do you approach client communication and education?
This is all about empowering clients to make informed decisions about their pets.
You need to explain complex medical stuff clearly and simply.
Avoiding all that jargon.
Right, and always make sure they understand.
It's about building trust, being a reliable source of information, and advocating for both the animal and the owner.
And guess what?
What?
RoleCatcher's AI can analyze the clinic's website and social media
No way.
to give you insights into their communication style.
Wow, so you can tailor your answer to match their approach.
Exactly. It shows you're paying attention.
So you're getting insights into their values, their communication style, and even potential follow-up questions.
It's like having a secret weapon.
Okay, so before we move on to the next part of our deep dive, any initial thoughts or questions coming to mind?
I'm ready for more.
Me too.
Those are some really great questions.
So let's move on to presenting yourself confidently during the interview.
Because it's not just what you say.
Oh, because it's how you say it too.
It's all about those nonverbal.
Like eye contact and posture.
Exactly. And don't forget to smile.
Oh yeah, smiling is so important.
It makes you seem more approachable.
You know, when I was prepping for my first vet nurse interview, I was so nervous, I totally forgot to smile.
Oh, I bet we've all been there.
Looking back, I realized that smiling makes you feel more relaxed too.
Absolutely. It helps you project confidence.
And remember, veterinary nursing needs both technical skills and strong people skills.
You got to have both.
The interviewer wants to see you're competent, but also someone they'd want to work with.
They want to see your personality shine through.
Okay, so we've got our answers down and we're feeling confident. What else can we do?
Well, the RoleCatcher Interview Guide talks a lot about practicing your answers.
And I cannot stress that enough.
It really helps you refine your responses.
You can make sure you're staying within a good time frame, too.
And it builds your confidence.
You can practice with a friend, a family member, or even record yourself.
Seeing yourself on video can be really helpful.
And here's where RoleCatcher's AI tools can take your prep to the next level.
They have AI-powered feedback on your answers.
It's like having a virtual interview coach.
The AI analyzes what you say and points out areas you can improve.
It's amazing it can catch things like using too much jargon or giving vague answers.
Or not emphasizing your skills enough.
That personalized feedback is so valuable.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes even further with their video practice feature.
Oh yeah, you can record yourself answering questions.
And get feedback on your performance.
Including your nonverbals.
It's like having a coach for your body language, too.
And the best part is it's all tailored to the specific job you want.
RoleCatcher's AI uses info from the job description and the clinic's online presence.
To give you feedback that's super relevant.
Okay, we've talked about answering questions, but what about asking them?
Ooh, yes, asking good questions is crucial.
It shows you're interested and engaged.
And it helps you figure out if this job is right for you.
So it's a two-way street.
Exactly, you're evaluating them too.
What kind of questions should we be asking?
Start with questions that show you're genuinely interested in the position and the clinic.
Like asking about their approach to patient care.
Or their professional development opportunities.
You could even ask about the team dynamic or the typical cases they see.
Or what the interviewer enjoys most about working there.
That's a good one.
Their answers can give you a lot of info about the work environment.
You can see if it aligns with your values and goals.
And don't be shy about asking about specific parts of the job that weren't in the description.
So we're doing our research, engaging in a real conversation, and getting the info we need to make a good decision.
I like that.
Before we move on to some practical tips, any questions about what we've covered so far?
I'm ready for more. It's awesome that you're already thinking ahead like that. Now let's move on to some practical tips for interview day. We've talked about answering questions and projecting confidence.
Yeah, but sometimes it's those little things, the logistics, that can really trip you up.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Like, once I totally blanked on a question because I was so flustered from being stuck in traffic.
Oh, no.
I showed up late and I was just a mess.
That's why planning your outfit in advance is so important.
Yes, and mapping out your route to the clinic and making sure you have everything you need.
It's all about minimizing stress so you can focus on the interview.
Exactly.
So what kind of logistical prep do you recommend?
Well, first, choose your outfit the day before, something professional but comfortable.
Okay, business casual is usually a good choice.
Right, and then do a practice run of the route to the clinic.
Especially if you're not familiar with the area.
Yeah, you don't want any surprises on the day.
Those are great tips. It's all about eliminating those unnecessary worries.
Exactly, so you can walk in feeling calm and collected.
And here's another one. Pack a go bag with essentials like extra copies of your
Oh,
resume
that's a good idea.
and a notepad and pen for taking notes.
Breath mints.
Always good to have. And a bottle of water.
Having those things on hand can make you feel more prepared.
Absolutely.
Now let's talk about something that can really make you stand out researching the clinic.
Yes, RoleCatcher has a huge database of employers, so go beyond just looking at their website.
Dive into their history, their mission statement.
Look at their specializations and even check out client reviews.
This shows the interviewer that you're genuinely interested and took the time to learn about them.
It also helps you tailor your answers and ask more informed questions.
For example, maybe they've won awards or have a unique program.
Or they specialize in a type of animal care that you're really passionate about.
Mentioning those details shows you've done your homework.
And RoleCatcher's AI can help here too.
Oh, how? It can analyze the clinic's online presence, identify keywords and themes,
Wow, that's cool.
and then it suggests questions that align with their values and focus areas.
Okay, so you've aced the interview. You're feeling good. What's next?
Don't forget to send a thank you note.
A simple email expressing your appreciation and reiterating your interest can go a long way.
It doesn't have to be super formal, just be genuine.
And here's a tip. Mention something specific you discussed during the interview.
That shows you were paying attention and that the conversation was meaningful to you.
So we've covered a lot of ground today, from tackling tough questions to using AI for feedback.
But remember, the most important thing is to be yourself.
Let your passion for animal care shine through.
And don't be afraid to let your personality show.
The interviewer wants to see who you are as a person, not just your skills on paper.
Every interview is a learning experience, even if it doesn't lead to a job offer.
It helps you get better and builds your confidence for next time.
And one final thought.
Yes,
What unique things do you bring to the table?
highlight those things because that's what will make you stand out.
Good luck with your interview.
We know you'll do great.